hardest celebrity deaths aren't always the ones we expect. Sometimes someone can be at the height of their career, surrounded by people who love them, and then suddenly they're gone. These are 6 celebrities whose lives ended far too soon. Chadwick Boseman was at the height of his career, becoming a global superstar as Black Panther and inspiring millions.
I think it has a great villain in the story. I think there's an emotional connection to his story, which makes the story complex. And I felt like, you know, there was a lot of ground that we didn't cover in Civil War. That we had a lot of room in this one, and they took a lot of room, and so I was enthusiastic about it.
But behind the scenes, he was fighting a battle almost nobody knew about. He kept his illness private for years, until August 28, 2020, when the world learned that Chadwick had died at just 43 years old.
He died following a 4-year battle with colon cancer. He was also known for his roles as Jackie Robinson in 42 and James Brown, Get On Up. His publicist says Boseman died at his home in the Los Angeles area with his wife and family by his side. Chadwick Boseman was 43 years old.
Joan Rivers was one of the most famous comedians in the world, known for making jokes about absolutely everything. But in 2014, a routine medical procedure turned into a tragedy. During the procedure, Rivers suffered a cardiac arrest and was placed on life support.
If anything happens, Melissa, no, but I'm no chicken. I've had a great life, had an amazing life. If I died this morning, nobody would say so young. You're a terrific person. Cooper's fine. You're all fine. I've had an amazing life. If it ended right now, amazing life. And you've been wonderful. We've had a great ride together.
She never recovered. A week later, on September 4th, Joan Rivers died at 81 years old. But Joan Rivers wasn't the only celebrity whose life was suddenly cut short. Diogo Jota was at the peak of his football career. At just 28, the Liverpool and Portugal star had already achieved what millions of players dream of. But on July 3rd, 2025, everything changed. Jota and his younger brother Andre Silva were killed in a devastating car crash in Spain. Just weeks earlier, Jota had celebrated one of the happiest moments of his life, his wedding. His death shocked the football world, and suddenly a player millions watched on the pitch was being mourned around the world. Sam Moore was one half of the legendary duo Sam and Dave, whose music helped define the sound of soul in the 1960s. Even decades later, he was still performing and sharing his story with fans. But in January 2025, Sam underwent surgery and was recovering when complications suddenly developed. At 89 years old, the legendary singer passed away.
Legendary soul singer Sam Moore died Friday after complications from surgery.
John English was one of Australia's biggest entertainers, known for his music and acting. In 2016, he went to hospital for what was expected to be a routine operation, but complications followed, and just days later, John English died at 66. Paul Walker was one of Hollywood's most recognizable stars. But in 2013, at just 40 years old, his life was suddenly cut short when the Porsche he was riding in crashed in California. His death shocked millions of fans around the world, and his legacy continues to this day.